This episode is sponsored by Slowpoke Toys and Collectibles. For the greatest in indie wrestling collectibles, go to slowpoketoys.com.
Uh-oh. Do y'all know what time it is? Do y'all really know what time it is? It's time to grab your popcorn, grab your best beverage. It's time to relax your ears. Wrestling season has returned, baby.
Ooh, yeah.
That's right. And it's time for your main event. Coming down the aisle, we have the one, Bobby Wrestles. And he is accompanied by the beautiful Mia Moore. This is the main event. Welcome to the All About Wrestling podcast.
Your eyes does not deceive you. Yes, this did happen at the last Pro Wrestling R event. We're going to get answers, folks. We're glad you joined us today, and boy, do we have a show. Wrestlers, wrestling fans, welcome to the All About Wrestling podcast. This is The Briefing, and today we have a show for you. We're trying to get answers. We have a special guest, and you've seen it all over social media. The one and only JFury is going to be here, all right? We also have some topics. We're going to discuss Saraya again, a.k.a. Paige, and she makes some remarks to the IWC, the Internet Wrestling Community. Also, we're talking about WWE losing their lawsuit, okay? Tattoos, Randy Orton, all of that drama, and also AEW loses their TV deal in South America. Boy, oh boy. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, the one and only, the beautiful Mia Moore.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everyone.
Hey, hey, hey.
Do I get an applause over here?
I don't know.
It's a little quiet. Hold on. Where you at, guys? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all know I need some extra attention, okay? So we have a special guest today, which I'm excited. I'm very excited to announce who's here. He already spilled the beans, obviously. So let's go straight over to JFury.
Oh, man.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me. It's long overdue.
Yes, long overdue. So JFury, he's the executive of Pro Wrestling R, and he's feuding with the one and only Ron Starr. So tell us what's going on with that.
Okay, well, to know where we are, you got to go back to the beginning. My name is JFury. I have been involved in wrestling for most of my natural life. I came into this business when I was still in high school. I've been in locker rooms with the likes of George the Animal Steele, Tito Santana, Greg the Hammer Valentine, just to name a few. And I'm also the very first student of Ron Starr.
Ooh,
Ron Starr and I are both co-owners in Pro Wrestling R. We both came into it with the same mission statement of leaving this business a little better than the way we found it. And somewhere along the way, Ron Starr thought the R in Pro Wrestling R stood for Ron Starr. So that chair shot was something of a reboot, a reset for him.
Wow. Harsh words. I saw this video, and we were supposed to be there. And I managed to see this clip, and I could not believe my eyes.
It sounds to me like you guys can't mix business and pleasure. So, this is gonna be a good one, because I know Ron Starr. He's very territorial.
Wait a minute, folks. Ron Starr is in the chat.
Oh, Ron Starr.
Ron Starr says this ought to be interesting. Oh man.
Okay. So with Ron, again, this goes back so much further than this. I've been around this man, like I said, longer than I've been old enough to drink, longer than I've been old enough to vote, and I've watched this man fail
Wow.
Time and time again, project after project, I've watched this man fail. And then finally, after failure, he comes to me and he asks for my help to help get a project off the ground, something that we had both talked about for years. And that project became Pro Wrestling R.
Wow.
It's just become a thing where if you've been at the shows over the last year, anybody who's paid attention, you'll see Ron Starr running around, getting his behind kissed by everyone and everything while I'm running front to back trying to get this show going. Making sure everybody's where they need to be, making sure the music's right, making sure the production is on point. I'm killing myself at both ends.
Yeah, I see that.
And this guy sits around and he just has his ring out to get kissed in the back by every guy who comes in the locker room looking for a spot.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
So this chair shot was my way of signaling to him that you need to get your ass out of the ring and into that locker room. He was never supposed to go out there for Isaiah Wolf. He was never supposed to be involved in the title picture to begin with. He constantly booked himself into these situations. It was never supposed to be this way. If this were the case, I'd have been on every show. But again, big picture. It's about the youth. It's about the movement. It's about building a better company, building something for these younger talents to latch on to and to grow with. He forgot that. That chair shot was a reminder.
So wait a minute. So it almost seems as if you have no remorse for your actions. You mentioned that you guys were in school together. You guys run Pro Wrestling R together. Do you have any remorse for your actions?
Oh, hell to the no. That was cathartic for me.
Wow.
Absolutely not.
No
And
regrets.
I mean, Ron will sit there and kick up his accolades. You know, he ran the merch table during David versus Goliath. Betsy Ross stitched his first wrestling gear.
Oh my God.
His first theme song was played by Louis Armstrong. He's old as hell.
Wow.
He's done it all.
I'm sorry, Ron. You know. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I'm sorry, Ron. You know I love you, man. You're my man. But this is kind of funny right here.
His first heavyweight title had stone tablets on it.
Oh.
Oh,
He
my
doesn't need it
goodness.
anymore.
He's coming at
supposed to-
you, Ron. He said, Ron Starr said he schooled you.
He did.
So,
He says I'm a little older than he is, and I schooled him.
so basically, what he's telling us here, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ron Starr, the one and only. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's basically saying everything that you know, you kind of owe it to him because he taught you.
No. And now this leads me to another point. Somewhere in that magical time in the 90s and early 2000s when MySpace Tom was your only friend and what have you, and social media was starting to take off, this man went through something of a midlife crisis where he didn't think he could get booked anymore. He wasn't the talk of the town. He wasn't holding titles the way he used to. So he would drag me to shows and use me as a bargaining chip. He would, hey, I got this young guy that I'm training up. Throw him in there and let his get his ass kicked. You can book me and for half the payday.
Wow.
He used to use me. He's just been a walking midlife crisis for the last 10, 15 years of his career.
Oh my God.
I only went along with him going against Jeez on that first show because I thought Jeez was going to put him out of his misery. I didn't think he was going to take that title.
Wow.
These are some very intense words, man. What happens now? Like,
There's a lot of emotion behind this. I mean, there's a lot of time. There's a lot of buildup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and let's keep one thing clear. We're not going to have a battle for the soul of the company. We're not going to have owner versus owner for the controlling ownership of the company because the paperwork on the legal sense is 50-50.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
just want to
so
kick his ass as a reminder.
You just want to give him that good ass whooping, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So, at definition, it will be Ron Starr versus JFury in a grudge match.
Whoa. Wow. So wait a
I'm
minute.
not even giving him a choice in the matter.
So you're saying you have wrestling experience? Like you've actually wrestled before?
I was a wrestler for 20 plus years. Held numerous titles. I was his first student.
I was kind of surprised that, you were a wrestler because like you said, I have to acknowledge the fact that you did mention every time we are at the show and, you know, we're there, I do notice that you work very hard to make sure everything is going smoothly, things are run properly. So I automatically assumed that you were like a manager position. Like, I never knew the ins and outs of pro wrestling are. But now that I know, you know, it's a 50-50 thing and you do have wrestling experience, so you are, I would consider you a pro wrestler. Yeah, it's pretty intense because I know, like, doing business with a person, there's a lot of things that could go wrong. There's a lot of compromise, just like any relationship, you know? And just knowing that you guys have built this this up for so long, this what do you want to call it?
Is there enterprise?
Enterprise, or this
Conglomerate.
It's a mission.
Conglomerate.
Yeah, man.
At the end of the day, it's a mission.
Man, but I'm saying, like, there's so much emotion behind this. It's kind of like, it's not only like he's your business partner, he is your dear friend. So, like, there's so much emotion behind this. And, you know, I hate to say this, and, you know, as a fan, I love to see you guys against each other. You know, I want to see who's the better man when it comes to that belt, you know? You know,
I don't want to see this. I kind of feel
I want to
like
see this, man. I'm pretty interested. I'm very interested to see what's gonna happen. Like, in the chat, let us know. Are you looking forward to seeing this? Like, let us know, please.
And folks, and for you guys, I'm gonna play this clip again. It's very hard to watch. You know, two guys grew up
Not
together.
It's
Not
like
to me.
ASMR. It puts me to sleep
Nah,
at night.
let's go. Let's do it.
Wow. So here it is, folks. The chair shot her around the world.
Whoa! Look, he dropped the chair like the bike got dropped. Yo,
And if you look in
I'm
the
sorry,
background, if you look at one of the referees that I called out to make that save, he can't believe it. His expression says it all.
I couldn't believe
Because
it.
referee Johnny Rankin back there, he's known both of us for a pretty long time. So
Yes,
no one
yes.
saw
The
it coming.
expression on his face, if you guys can see the guy, the referee, was priceless.
Yeah. And let's go to some of these. So Fandito says the chair shot proves Jay fears Ron. He says, I want to see Ron Starr kick Jay's ass. Wow.
Agreed. No, I'm just playing. Sorry, Jay. No, but I have to say, Jay, listen. I have never seen you wrestle. I am looking forward to this match. I want to see what you got. And you know what else I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to seeing more of you. So please, don't be discouraged if you do get your ass whipped by the one and only Ron Starr.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The amount of anger in that chair shot.
Oh, man.
It just speaks volumes. Joe Hell's here. He says, Ron Starr is a great wrestler. Never seen JFury wrestle. Joe Hell says, my pick is Ron Starr. Let me ask you this. JFury, are you acting alone? Is this solely between you and Ron Starr?
Oh, no, this is only between me and Ron. If people want to pick sides in this, that's fine. Because truthfully, the only difference between a good guy and a bad guy in a situation like this is perception. Who do you stand with? What side of the story do you believe in?
Well, at the end of the day, we're all fans, and, you know, we want to see the match.
Yeah, we want to see the match. This is
We
going
want
to
to
be
see the match, man. We want to see you put your sweat and tears out there for us.
Yeah, this is going to be
Your blood and
Tears.
sweat. Let's say your blood and sweat. You ain't got no tears, right?
This is no laughing matter.
Champion Ron Starr will have some tears.
You have to be excited about this. This is going to be a good match. You guys are gonna give it to us. I'm loving this. I'm sorry, Bobby.
Yeah, this is no laughing matter, man. If would you strike me in the back with a chair, mi amor?
Come on, really? We're not talking about you and I. We're talking about Ron Starr and we're talking about JFury.
Well,
we're talking about their personal disagreements. They're talking about their life, basically. They've invested their life in this.
This is what makes me nervous.
Bobby,
Yeah.
That wasn't a no. She never said no.
Yeah, it wasn't. Maybe I got to watch my back.
Really?
All right, folks, let's switch gears here. We're going
Messed up.
We're going to revisit this folks in the chat,
Yeah, don't be starting no trouble over here because you got
stick
trouble
around.
over there, man.
Stick around. We're gonna revisit this. There are some topics I do want to discuss really quickly. The first of which is AEW losing their TV deal in South America. So recently, they just lost their TV deal. I do not know why, but we do know that Fight TV offers a service where AEW can actually be viewed through Fight TV. It's a paid subscription. What are you guys' thoughts about this? Is this a bad thing for them? I do know WWE recently, they just struck a TV deal in the Caribbean. So one company loses TV deal, another company gains one. Just to take your mind off of this situation, JFury, if you can speak on this topic, how do you feel about this? What do you think is in the future for AEW?
I feel like it could be much ado about nothing. It could be a restructuring deal to see if they can get a better, deal in the market. They could just go full streaming down there based on, ratings in that area. I mean, we won't know for sure, but again, with the Ring of Honor buyout and everything, they could just be finding a way to restructure the deal for other markets.
Very true. Very true. Mi amor, you being a Latina, not that you're from South America, and not that I'm being exclusive here, but what are your thoughts? I mean, with this TV deal, do you think this is a step back for AEW? Do you think this is, like JFury says, just something else in the works, being a business restructuring?
Well, like any business, like he mentioned, you win some, you lose some. You just have to learn from everything and just take it with you in the future. So I think that AEW is very good at that. I think that they know in the future what they've done wrong, what they need to work on, and they're okay with that. The constructive criticism is well with them. So, yeah, you win some, you lose some. And they've been doing pretty great. So I'm pretty sure another door will open for them.
Right. Very true. Very true. Good point. All right. I do want to touch briefly. Let's just talk about this really quickly. WWE loses their lawsuit. We all know it's been in the news. Randy Orton and his tattoo artist exclusively had rights to the tattoo. The tattoo was displayed in the video game WWE2K. Now, listen to this. Previously, the owner of this tattoo tried to sue WWE. WWE, they countered with, we'll settle for like $500 and something. She won the lawsuit, but get this, she only won, I think, a matter of like over $3,000 for this.
Wow.
Waste of time?
Waste of time.
Or do you think this was well worth it?
Waste of time for me.
On an individual level, waste of time. Overall, it sets a very, very dangerous precedent across the board for all media, not just WWE, but other games, other forms of media as well. Because, I mean, what's to say that Batista does a movie with his tattoos and one of his old tattoo artists, doesn't sue him and then the movie studio for showing those? This goes a lot bigger than just this one case.
Right.
But it does set what I believe could be a dangerous precedent across the board.
Right. Very true. Lastly, before we jump back into this juicy story between JFury and Ron Starr, Pro Wrestling R, I want to talk about Saraya. All right, so recently there was some comments from the IWC, which is the internet wrestling community, in reference to her comment where she stated in AEW, not verbatim, but something along the lines as, "I'm now in a place where my boss actually listens to me."
Wow.
How do you guys feel about these remarks? Do you think she has a right to be upset and angry and lash back at the IWC in reference to this? What's your thought about this, Jay?
I feel like, again, it's something that was blown bigger out of proportion because much like Danielson, she went to multiple specialists, got cleared by multiple specialists, but the WWE didn't want to take that chance on her. So I feel it's, just her airing out her frustrations there. And then there was the issue with her Twitch, where she either had to pay into WWE to keep using the page name on Twitch or switch to her real name, which she ended up doing. And like I said, I feel like there's a frustration there, but I don't think it's as big a deal as, the IWC is making it out to be.
Right.
The tribalism in the IWC wants it to be a bigger feud than it really is, and it's not. This was just a case of her just, venting over a couple of very individual cases.
Yeah, I think she took the bait. I mean, I think the IWC has a right to state and claim whatever they want. I mean, they're spectators of the sport that we love. I think she took the bait, and I think she got, drawn into this. I mean, you're a professional, and she knows how to be professional. I think she pretty much just put herself out there on a limb, and I don't know who's to say. Maybe she looks a little bit silly, but you make a statement, you live by it, and when you start to backtrack a little bit, I think it looks disparaging. Miyamura, what are your thoughts about this?
I think on the outside looking in, people can kind of see her as being ungrateful and like kind of dissing where she came from and who really made her. Who really made her as big as she is, or even gave her the opportunity to do that. Shall I say that sounds better? However, I feel like when it comes to WWE, they use that name thing where it's kind of like, okay, we don't care where you go. You can't use your character anymore. You can't use your name. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's bittersweet. Use your name. Whatever other name you come up with, use it. And there's a lot of wrestlers these days who are actually using their real names, because at the end of the day, when they do decide to go to another company, they don't have to change their name because it's their actual name. So that makes more sense to me anyway. And I have to say, with her name, previously we know her as Paige, and her name is now Saraya. Her real name is Saraya. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Yeah. I don't even see her as a Saraya. Like, it sounds so strange to me. Like, she looks like a Paige.
All right, well,
maybe I think she might be a little ungrateful because, WWE is very prestigious,
Yeah, very true. Mm-hmm. Let's go to some of these comments. In reference to the tattoo case, Mr. Spade says it was a waste of time. Fandito says Saraya promo last Wednesday was strange.
Yeah.
Joe Hell asked, who do you think the rabbit is? Of course, Bray Wyatt.
That's a dumb question.
No,
I'm just playing.
You're harsh. I'm
just saying, like, I mean, how long have we been seeing this already? And we've all been talking about this for so long. Like, we know who this is.
Joe Hell, you got to come correct with me. I'm more, man.
Listen, I mean no harm. I'm just an honest person. That's all.
Really quickly, let's take a word from our sponsor before we jump back into this. This episode is sponsored by Slowpoke Toys and Collectibles. For the greatest in indie wrestling collectibles, go to slowpoketoys.com. All right, so we're here with JFury.
JFury!
Pro Wrestling, our executive. If you're just coming into the show, folks, I'm going to play this clip again.
You're going to play. The third time is the charm.
Let's do it.
Whoa! Get down and stay down. That's what he said. Look at that ref. Priceless. Can we zoom up on that? No. Oh man, that face is priceless, boy. We have to. We got to take that clip out and put it on our story so you guys can see that ref right there.
Poor Ron.
Whoa, he's like, whoa, what just happened, y'all?
Poor Ron.
I can't believe my eyes.
So it was announced, you versus Ron Starr, JFury versus Ron Starr at the Redefinition, folks, in November. So this is going to be a great event. This is your 1 year anniversary, right?
Yes, it is. Easily the most successful company either one of us have ever been involved in. And of course, it took both of us working together up to this point to get it going.
You guys are still working together. You're bringing in the crowd. I don't want this match between me and Ron to take away from all of this talent that's going to be on this show. I'd like to go over some of the matches that are actually going to be on this card, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
Man, yes, please do that.
So we're going to have Samael Fawzi taking on Daniel Alexander, the Energy. I believe this is the first time these two have ever faced off. So this is going to be something of a big deal.
That's going to be good.
Tiger Watson's back in action. He reached out to us about pretty much issuing an open challenge here. He doesn't care who he fights at this point. He just wants to kick somebody's head off. So we're going to give him that opportunity, and we're going to set him loose. Then we have DM Kiddo, and his newly formed organization, the Black Renaissance, consisting of Devontae and All Day James Gray. They took their frustrations out on two very poor, unsuspecting souls last show. They were expecting the Throne. The Throne, however, could not make it due to logistical issues. And they want payback for what happened to them 2 shows ago. So the Throne and the Black Renaissance will go head-to-head at Redefinition. And then the match of the night, in my opinion, the match that will steal the show will easily be the Lucky 7 Scramble, which we just dropped the final competitor for that match today in Andy Brown. That match was a show stealer on our first show, and people have been asking, when are you going to do it again? Is this going to be an annual thing? And we went ahead and we dropped, the names throughout the week as to who was going to be involved. And for the most part, it's all relative newcomers, people that we wanted to give a shot to come into the company and make a name for themselves. Daniel Alexander was the winner of the first one, and it did great things for him throughout the year. He recently cashed in on Isaiah Wolf, and, while he didn't get the results he wanted, it's been such a motivator for him. It's been such a confidence boost for him.
Right.
So the Lucky 7 Scramble is going to consist of some big names. We've got guys like Bobby Buffet, Tim Dynamite, Miles Montoya, Colton James, which is a big boy. When him and Bobby Buffet come face-to-face in that ring, it's going to be insane. The Thick Daddy Andy Brown. This is just to name a few of the guys going to be in this match. But we still have a second half of the show that we didn't have a chance to release yet, and I was saving that for All About Wrestling today.
Uh-oh. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Now, since you weren't there, you didn't see what happened during our women's match between Damaris Dawkins and Gabby Ortiz. At some point during that match, it kind of went to the outside, and once again, Ruthless Lala showed up.
Whoa.
And once again, he don't work here. So she got herself involved in the match, and she put the boots to both Gabby as well as Damaris and demanded to be seen and to be heard going into Redefinition. So we're going to go ahead and give her her wish. Since she wants to work here so bad, we're going to have Ruthless Lala versus Gabby Ortiz versus Damaris Dawkins in a triple threat match.
Wow. That's crazy. Are you ready for that,
Since she can't stay out of it. Yes, and she can't stay out of anybody's way, we're going to go ahead and just let them settle it in the ring.
That's going to be a good one.
Wow.
I'm going to keep my comments to myself on that, Joan.
That one's going to hurt.
Yeah, that is going to hurt.
Sheesh. Man, I'm looking forward to that.
Man, that's going to be brutal.
So, man, with that announcement, wait a minute. Now, look in the chat. Folks, Ruthless Lala is in the chat.
Oh, boy.
Of course she is.
She says this guy. I'm pretty sure Ruthless Lala is going to have a lot to say because guess what? She's coming next week. Next week, we're going to have Ruthless Lala on the podcast.
When does she not have something to say, Bobby?
Oh, man. And she is respectfully disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Lala,
I do.
I only speak the truth, but I love you, girl.
Man.
We're also going to have our heavyweight title defended. We're going to have Isaiah Wolf.
Yes.
Originally, this was supposed to be Isaiah Wolf versus Matt Vertigo, the New York Drip. Unfortunately, and this just seems to be a bad case of luck with Mr. Vertigo, he once again injured his shoulder and cannot make it. So in his place, we will have New York's own, the infamous Adam Kane, filling in to take on Isaiah Wolf, which this one is pretty interesting because if you go back to our first show, The Definition, Isaiah Wolf and Adam Kane went at it. Isaiah Wolf and Adam Kane, they have like a 1-1 win-loss record against each other. So if anybody can kind of figure Isaiah Wolf out, Adam Kane might be that guy.
Very interesting. I haven't seen him in a while. So maybe he's coming back with a vengeance. It's good that we're going to see him in a championship picture.
Yeah. So hopefully this will open the door for him to be around more often. But this should be a hard-hitting affair nonetheless.
I'm in the chat, guys. The chat is blowing up over here.
Yeah. Ruthless Lala's in there. She's saying you can't even mind your own business.
Yeah, she said, "Stop lying, tell the truth."
Wow.
Teach it.
How can I not mind my own business in my own company?
Man, Fandito wants you to get taught a lesson, boy. He said, "Teach him a lesson, Lala, because you know Lala got them hands." Just saying, just saying.
She needs to keep them to herself.
Listen, I wanted to ask you also, are we going to see this match, this Rise Championship match between Jermaine?
We also, yes. Jermaine, he's a very unusual character. He's someone you love to hate, and he does it well. He does it better than most. At the end of what was an absolute banger of a match between GKM and Andy Brown, he went out there and he got involved, and he put hands on GKM and left him laying following that title match.
Right.
So there's not going to be any more sneak attacks. There's not going to be any more running around the champion. I'm going to go ahead and give Jermaine that chance to sink or swim against the Phoenix GKM.
Very interesting. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be a banger. Mi amor.
No, this is going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to all the interruptions.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just saying.
Folks, this is going to be the redefinition. This is going to be November 13th. It's a Sunday. Super Crazy Wrestling Entertainment Center, Westville, New Jersey. There you have it on the screen. That's where you get your tickets. You can also get your tickets at allaboutwrestling.net. You click on the image, it sends you right to the tickets. All right?
And I have to say, before we get off of this topic, I really, now that we have one of the co-owners of Pro Wrestling R on the briefing, okay? I really love how you are building up your women's division and how you are putting your I'm not going to say star players, because I feel like all your players are star players, but I really love how you're building up your women's division. And you and Ron Starr, I know you guys are feuding right now, but you're doing a very good job, and I just want to congratulate you on that, because I really look forward to these matches. And it's not, this is high quality shit right here. You know what I'm saying? So
the goal for 2023 is to build a full-on women's division.
Yes.
And to any women wrestlers out there listening, this is not a sideshow or an attraction for us. We want these matches to be concurrent side by side with the men's matches. And this is an open casting call to any women out there, especially in the tri-state area. If you don't have a home, if you're looking for somewhere to plant your flag, please reach out to us. Reach out to us through All About Wrestling podcast, and we would love to have you.
Hold up, I'm going on there now. All About Wrestling podcast, Pro Wrestling R casting call. Okay, this is me. I'm on here. Now I just play.
Oh my God. Don't pipe her up.
He don't need to pipe me up. I pipe myself up. Like, kidding me? Who wouldn't want me on their team?
This is some good stuff. So we're going to see a match, you and Ron Starr. So what happens? Let's say you defeat Ron Starr. Are you trying to eliminate him completely, take him out the picture? Or are you trying to teach him a lesson? What are your motives, your missions?
The goal here is to simply reset this man. He spent the whole year being out in front of the camera when he should have been behind the camera, helping me get things going, making this a lot easier on me. As you see, I'm there an hour before that show starts at least, and I'm there 2 hours after it's over. I'm trying to get this man off the court and in the owner's box where he belongs.
Wow.
So if I got to put a chair to his back and drag him back there, then so be it.
So basically what you're trying to say in shorter terms is that you're trying to make him remember where he came from.
Remember why we did this.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
Wow. Jermaine is in the chat room, Jermaine News Network. He's saying, "What's up, losers?" And then Ruthless Lala says, "Hey, nephew" to him. So what's going? It's a lot of crazy madness going on.
There's a lot of what am I looking for? A lot of intense words, intense emotions, and man, we got some stuff going on behind the scenes. We can feel the fire.
Tension, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe if Jermaine would spend less time in the chat, less time dyeing his hair, maybe wash his gear, work on his holds, because Jermaine has a problem in GKM.
Oh my gosh, you didn't go there.
I like Jermaine, but GKM is going to take his head off if he's not ready for him.
I agree.
Whoa, he said
GKM.
he gonna
We've seen
take your head off,
GKM
boy.
on AEW.
Man.
Dynamite.
Jermaine, or if you're in the chat, defend yourself, man.
Yeah.
No, he needs to get his hands up and defend himself in that ring.
Whoa.
There you see, that's Jermaine right there. He's going up against GKM for the Rise Championship. Jermaine, are you ready? You're in the chat. This is going to be crazy.
Man, there's a lot of tension here. I feel a lot of tension here. Jeez.
Yeah.
I feel some stress going on over here. This can't be good. But we do know when you feel tension and you feel stress, you know it's going to be a good fight.
Yeah.
So, whoa, keep it locked. You guys got to buy your tickets. And if you didn't know, like we are sponsors for this event, and this is a family affair. Like, bring your children out, bring your family members, your cousins, your sisters, your brothers, your aunts, your uncles. This is all ages. I mean, you're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to enjoy the crowd. You're going to enjoy the wrestlers. It's like a personalized feeling. You're right in front of them. Like, this is the real stuff here. The real deal.
But let's go back to that summer show, the Cookout.
Yes.
How many shows have you been to where the wrestlers and the fans are out there doing the Cupid Shuffle together?
Oh, that was crazy.
Oh my God, that was so much fun.
That was crazy.
That was fun. We were out there dancing with the wrestlers. Like, it was pretty cool. Like, I mean, this is like an experience that if you are a wrestling fan, or if you know wrestling fans, like, and if you are, in the New Jersey area, definitely look them up. Pro Wrestling R. You can go to our website, allaboutwrestling.net, click on their link, their logo, and it'll take you right to their link where you can purchase the tickets. They have food there. Everything is very inexpensive, and it's a great show. It lasts about a few hours, and take your family. They'll really enjoy it. And you'll get to meet some of the wrestlers, and you'll get to meet us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And folks, next week, like I said earlier, Ruthless Lala.
Ruthless Lala.
She's going to be here.
That's my girl.
Respectfully, she's going to be here. And Mr. JFury, please let the viewers know where to find you on social media and any further information or events that you have.
Yep. As we've been talking about, we have the 1-year anniversary show November 13th on a Sunday, 1:30. The door is open, 2 p.m. bell. Eagles play on Monday night, so you ain't got to worry about setting your DVR for that one. You can find me on Twitter under PWRJFury. And again, stay tuned on Twitter. That's usually where I do most of my announcements. We will be dropping the flyers for the remaining matches on this show on there. And, shout out to AARP for sponsoring Ron Starr the last 10 years of his career, and Life Alert for the last 3. So, I mean, they're going to get their money's worth out of him.
So I have a question. Are you looking to get the championship?
No. This is a one and done. Again, I understand the mission statement.
Okay.
I'm not here to book myself into matches with guys like Jermaine and GKM.
So I have to say, I'm going to cut you off right there. I have to say, this is more on a personal level for you. This is kind of like it hit home type of situation. Like, he made your heart hurt a little bit.
Little bit. Again, I've known this man longer than I've been a functioning adult. I've known this man since I was a senior in high school. I've traveled up and down the East Coast with this man on shows. We did like 3-4 shows in a single day together. It's, we've known each other a long, long time. So not as long as he's known some other people. I mean, those people are either dead or, in museums somewhere.
Oh my God. I was waiting for the diss. He said he's from the Cretaceous period. Yo, that's crazy.
Well, you might have to cut off his leg and count the rings to see if that's true or not.
Hold on, I see a dinosaur bone in there. Sorry, that was a little funny.
Fandito says, but did Ron hit you with a chair while your back was turned, Jay?
Whoa, this.
They're coming for you. All right, so folks, man, please, JFury, send us some graphics for the next matches. We're going to promote this on the next show. Triple threat match. Damaris Dawkins, Gabby Ortiz, and Ruthless Lala. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh man, that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you have 3 different women of 3 different weights, and it's just like small, medium, large. Is just what it is. And you know, when you get 3 different women in there, they wrestle different. They present themselves different. It's just going to be something that's really good that's going to happen, because it's like you're looking forward to a good fight. You know, we have Ruthless Lala, which clearly her name says it all. She's ruthless. It's just going to happen.
Yeah.
However it's going to get done, it's going to get done. And then we have Gabby Ortiz, and we know Gabby Ortiz is a very well-known pro wrestler, up on the rise. And then we have Damaris.
So is Ruthless Lala.
Yeah, well, they all are, but they all have their own shine. Damaris Dawkins, she's great. I love seeing her wrestle. I can't wait to interview her. She just has this humble feeling about her. You know, I love it. She loves to teach. She's just a social person. I just love seeing her wrestle. I love seeing her techniques. But this is going to be great. This is going to be a really good fight. Because then we have Ruthless Lala. I go back to Ruthless Lala because I love her. Sorry, y'all.
And if you listen very, very carefully, you can actually hear Ruthless Lala from New York right now talking.
I do. I hear her.
But I mean, in this match, it's styles make fights. I mean, you have Damaris Dawkins, who's got, you know, speed. She's got agility. She's just recently coming off a great match against a Japanese legend in Sumi Sakai. If you go on YouTube, go out of your way to watch that match. She just had it within the last month or so, and it was amazing. Gabby Ortiz has been so good for so long, both domestically and internationally. It's nice to see her finally getting some shine, and it's been long overdue, to be honest with you. And then Lala just hits and hits hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen her destroy some men.
Some men, yeah. She's a beast.
So, yeah. All right, so there you have it, folks. Tune in next week. Tune in every week going forward, because we're going to promote Pro Wrestling R, the redefinition. All right, this is the anniversary show. We're going to be there in person. Make sure you stop, get tickets, meet us there. You don't want to miss this great action. And on that note, I do want to end with the unfortunate news passing of Japanese legend Antonio Inoki. We're going to end on a moment of silence. All right, so folks, thanks for tuning in.